it right on the daily, made it right to where it's all-time high, anchored volume weighted average price, it went right to the spot and freaking faded. So I expected that Bitcoin would be doing something similar.
Interesting. What spot was that again?
On Ethereum. Hang on, we'll put that up there for you. Oh, good old trading view, just bogging down as the market's about to open. Okay, there we go. All right, so if I go to the high, take an anchor, come on. There's your high.
Good morning, everybody.
Got right to the spot. It's just funny how it, right? What was once resistance now becomes potentially support. I want to see if Bitcoin did it too. This shit happens too often for it to be coincidental. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
It's just a matter of, are you paying attention when it happens and can you catch it?
All right. What is this? Oh, boy. Nice. So did you pull the spot up or what?
I did.
So
Hang on. I don't know why everything is so laggy.
Oh, is that what's going on?
It just lags.
All right. Well, why are you picking up all that shit? Let's hit some news here, everybody.
What did you see that triggered it, Lucci, by the way?
There was a $150 million liquidation, apparently.
Oh, Lord.
So let's take a look at this. Liquidation BTC. Just in $103 million leveraged Bitcoin positions liquidated in last 24 hours. By the way, if you guys did want to see more about this stuff, you go to CoinGlass and then go to CoinGlass liquidations here. And they have this heat map here for liquidation. So basically it's like levered futures products that, just kind of get blown out kind of thing. And they'll show you a chart of this stuff. It's pretty good. It's pretty cool stuff, actually. So if you take a look at BTC, let's take a look at BTC here, and you'll see last night, just a fucking huge wham candle down, like this thing. Like it started here at 43.8, and then boom, it was like 2,000 points here already here. In the pre-market here, we're slowly kind of going down to levels we couldn't break from last night here. BTC is on a fucking tear here. Could it go down to 40,000? Absolutely. Could it go right back up and retrace this whole thing? Absolutely. Here, either way, there's a trade here, and it is moving here. So keep this in mind and keep this going here. Other news here that we got here this morning. You got some upgrades here on Pinterest and Snap. More shit. I think there's a note out on it. Jesus posted it in the room here. I don't know, talking about better users data, some shit like that. If you take a look at pins here, we're up about a point off the open. This thing's trading about 36. I wasn't around on Friday, but wow, there was some big moves up on Friday as well. If you take a look at Snapchat is also up. Snap is up. I don't know why this.
Check out Broadcom in Lululemon. We caught Broadcom on Friday.
Nice.
and we're still
Nice.
in Broadcom.
Nice. Okay, guys, as you can see, my platform has changed here to Fidelity here for now, just from a data perspective. So, just bear with me on this one. Let's take a look at these charts here. Let's see. Let's go back to Broadcom. Are you talking about Broadcom? What is that? What is it? BCOM?
AVGO.
AVGO. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
All right, so that's another one there. I mean, again, same thing. By the way, I saw the Boeing at 240 fucking 4, bro.
Ridiculous.
Had a fucking heart attack, man. This shit is nuts.
Um,
Nuts, man. I mean, what a run here from everything.
Yeah.
Guys, as you know here, I'm moving accounts basically to another broker here because, Macy's here. You got a gap up here. What's this all about on Macy's here?
Buyout.
This
there's
is a
Jay.
buyout. Jesus is in town
Good
here.
morning.
Tell us about the
Good morning.
Macy's buyout. Who the fuck wants to buy Macy's?
Yeah, they quote a bit from private equity. Wall Street Journal article came out. Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
Fade that shit. Fade that shit. But again, what do I know here? Any fade here has not worked. AMD already trading back up to a fucking $130. Nvidia here already trading back up to 477 or so. You got a ways to go to 500 here, but it looks like everything is absolutely fine. I think there was some oil news here. Somebody's calling out ARM here in the chat room. ARM here yesterday, Friday, had a fucking huge move here, back up to 67 on ARM. So that's well back above that IPO price here. So it looks like people are making money here back on this thing. I don't know. What else? What else you guys got?
Look at what Lulu did on Friday, Lucci.
Take a look at this Lulu here. Remember that was the oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was a rocket.
Wait, Lulu, was that off earnings?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. So the stock was down here, recouped the whole thing. Wow.
Yep.
Impressive. Very impressive. Wow. Yeah. I mean, again, guys, you know the deal here. We are not a short. Anybody who does short is going to lose everything, just like I recently did. And please learn from my mistakes here and don't fucking short anything until you actually have a decent reason to. And even if you do have a reason to, fucking protect that shit, man. It's looking like Visa here and MasterCard also. They look like they're maybe ready for breaking out here. Other than that, I don't really have much. What are you guys up to? Oxy here is in the news. Remember, that's a oil name here, and oil recently has been getting
Beat up, huh?
pretty hit. But other than that, let's kick it over to Jesus here for the noteworthy activity.
Yeah, we got a busy week this week. And for trading purposes, honestly, we were talking about it last night. I think Sil said it best, at least up until. Well, here's the thing. You got CPI, you got the Fed, you got all sorts of economic data. You got a bond auction, which people are labeling the wild card of the week. Probably might be the most notable, most watched event this week. You got OPEX, which December OPEX is a monstrosity. So you got a lot of pinning action, a lot of stickiness, just not the recipe for smooth trading environment. You got that JPM collar. I'm sure you guys heard some chatter about that, which offers some support now. I think the level is 45.15 on the downside. So listen, there's a lot of things I can bore you with and make you deaf in one ear about. But the gist of it is there are a lot of balls in the air this week, and probably ends up being a sloppy week, making trades difficult on both sides. The problem is the run-up we've had, right? We could use some rest. How much of a breather we get is the question. May not be much, but it's tough sledding. Tuesday, tomorrow is what I'm told the more important, that bond auction tomorrow, the 30-year bond auction. I think it is 30. I think so. I'll post it. I have it written down somewhere. But that tomorrow could be the one catalyst that can shake things up a bit. Otherwise, we're looking for probably sticky week to annoy the shit out of both sides kind of thing. So that's what I got this week, and that's what we're looking at here.
All right, Ronchero, what are you up to here? What are you watching?
Well, like I said, I've got the Broadcom long-term longs. Costco and Amazon look good. I'm looking for if Amazon can break that 149.25-ish area. That's got room for some squeeze. They raised the price target on Broadcom to $1,100 this morning from, I think, was it Citigroup? So some of these things are catching upgrades. Like you just mentioned, the NVIDIA, the semis are looking good. The AMD looks nice too, above 132.85-ish. That thing you could get some squeeze out of that. Like the CVNA potentially still has some squeeze hanging around. There's another one that's got a lot of short interest on it that kind of caught my attention. SAVA, Cassava Sciences. That looks like it has potential to squeeze. It's got a big short interest on it. So, some of these names that are squeezing, I mean, I wouldn't mind catching one or two of these that just decide to go parabolic for a few days.
Okay. All right, guys, 4 minutes here to the open here. John Smith is asking if I saw BA. I want to throw up when I see BA, but yes, I saw it and I can't fucking believe it, and I want to short it, and I don't know what else to say, man. I really don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about. No, it hit 244 though on Friday.
Yeah, it's still on Friday. It's ridiculous. I saw that on Friday.
And Boeing is one of those in hindsight trades at its finest. But if you look at that move down and then the move back up, those are just difficult to get. I mean, I don't trade that kind of a move very well, and I'm the same way. I'm just sitting here looking at it like, what the fuck? No rhyme or reason. Somebody asked me about Nordstrom. Jay, there was activity on Nordstrom last week, correct?
Nordstrom, what's that? JWN? Yeah, I think so. One
of our members is considering asking me about it.
Let me see open interest. It was Friday.
I'll be right back. My dog's about to yak.
Yak.
I know, good times, right?
Oh, love.
Get out of the chair.
My dog is about to yak? What the fuck did you do to him, the poor doggy? Yeah, Nordstrom, you got December 17th. That caught some decent action on Friday, right?
Yeah.
20s. Here, I'll post the lines.
iStyles is calling out a program on Apple. This thing just dumped about 4 points straight. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it's an interesting candle here on the Apple. 193 here it's trading. It's about 600,000 shares that just went off in the market here. That's, by the way, that's how we're seeing any of the market being sold off. Just shit like that, Nothing.
Yeah, this is what you're going to deal with a lot this week. This is a big OPEX,
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of messiness, a lot of shenanigans, a lot of rolling, a lot of position replacing, a lot of dumping, a lot of buying. It's just a mess. But, we were talking about this last night. It might not be a bad week to sit back and try to take advantage of these moves after they happen, right? So in other words, you get a dump like this on Apple, and if you see there's not much teeth, right? There's no news, nothing behind the selling. You see there's some buying that comes in. Maybe you get a trade out of it, right? On the flip side, same thing. If something busts to the upside and runs out of gas, maybe you get a fade out of it. So that might be the better approach than to try to chase into these moves, because we're going to see a lot of it, in my opinion. We're going to see a lot of this two-sided action.
All right, market open here. Let's call them out. I kind of want to watch the pins off the open to see if they just kind of hold this thing up at all, or or they pull it back. Here we're trading 35.90 here. Also, I might take off the options here on my swing account, on my daughter's account here, because it is looking pretty good. I still have 1,000 shares, and I got a bunch of options here too on Pinterest. The 38 calls for February is a bunch of positions I got here too. Then also watching BTC down here at 41.8. If 41.8 breaks on BTC, and really starts to move, you might get a move lower. Keep an eye on that Apple. And then let's see what the flow is, man. Let's see how the numbers shake out. Let's see who's doing what here this morning. $192.70 here on the
Broadcom is ripping again. I should say it's continuation of the big move from Friday. Up nicely again.
Tesla here selling off a bit, but usually when these programs sell off the open, you just kind of get that trickle back up towards the end of the day. Take a look at the NVIDIA here, down about 7 here, trading about 470. AMD, no selling here as of yet. Micron here, 77. If you take a look at the gap up on Micron here, very interesting there. Remember, this is a stock that is kind of on a breakout trajectory here. 245 on the Boeing. The fucking thing ain't slowing down. Nobody cares.
City, you got some early city action, repeat activity, December 22nd, 50 calls. They're buying.
All right, let's let this stuff shake out here, and then take a look at the GEX tool here for the ranges on SPX. Chances are that's going to be your best shot on that there. BTC now trading about 41.9 here. Can't break the 41.8 quite yet. SPY here popping back up. Let's take a look at the Snapchat. Snapchat here faded a little bit. MasterCard up about 2 points here. We're talking about a possible breakout here on the MasterCard. Keep an eye on that one. You might get a weird random day off of that one. Let's take a look at some of these banks here. Not really doing much. Coin here. You got those puts here getting bought for a couple of weeks out on the coin. They're trading 138. I mean, you need time here if you're going to short. You definitely need time.
Again, more videos on the feed if you want to get tuned in ahead of this.
All right, guys, I got to take this call here. This is the broker here.
PRLD, Prelude Therapeutics announcing a $25 million private placement. Papa Romeo Lima Delta.
$1 up.
Oh my God, TradingView, come on.
Snow, little small sweep, December 200s.
What's the expo on that snow, Jay?
Hold on, it was a tiny one. I flew by me. I got to track it down. Let me see if I can get it. December's weeklies.
Okay. That's actually not a bad setup right here. If you can bust through this spot, you got 200 as a decent target.
Yeah, look good. This semi's looking strong off the out of the gate, right?
Yeah. This Broadcom is just ridiculous.
Yeah, Broadcom is a good looking name.
Spy here. It's flopping around here. Spy's tape looks pretty illiquid. BKNG, somebody called out in the room here. Michael here called it out in the room. By the way, guys, you're now seeing the chat room from inside the room. We had some questions here from Tape Scraper. Is saying, Lucci, where do you check that Gex tool? The Gex tool is part of our Steamroom. So if you go into our Steamroom here and click on tools, you'll see this thing called Gex Ray. And this is what it looks like here. So basically, these are gamma levels here, and they populate in real time on the names that we have listed here. And these names get updated. These names are getting updated slowly here. So again, for access to the Gex tool, you got to be part of the Steam room here, and the boys here will drop in what you need to do to be a part of the Steam room. Anyways, going forward here, Spy just looking kind of floppy. I'm really kind of paying attention to BTC here to see if we get a 1,000-point move in some direction here. Think is talking about that Lulu here, 496, almost a $500 stock on the Lulu here. Let's take a look at the Eli Lilly here, not doing much. Yeah, man, Spy looks fine.
You got a little repeat April buyer in Twilio.
That's another sort of beat down, small, underbelly tech name here that's slowly going up. Remember, this thing moved from $50 to about $70 in no time at all. China names.
Avgo, more buying in that Avgo Ranchero.
Yes, sir. I'm still long.
December weekly 1020s here for 100 grand.
You know what the worst stock to own is? Alibaba.
Yeah.
We've said that for time eternal.
Yeah. This Avgo is on fire here. Remember the patterns here, guys. Remember the patterns here, guys, on the Avgo. So actually not on the Avgo, but just in the market in general. What we're seeing is shit like this. Stuff's getting sold off and then shit just coming right back. You saw it in Micron. You see it in so many different sectors. That's how bullish. That's how bullish this market is. All right. That is how fucking bullish this market is. So remember, character has changed completely. Another one of the weakest stocks here is Wynn and Las Vegas Sands. These two have
they got China ties to Macau. That's why.
Right. China ties. I like that. China ties right there. Spy here trading back at the high of day. Let's take a look at the Affirm. Affirm here, 42. Don't try to short. Don't try to short.
Oh, you know which you had that DoorDash got added to the NASDAQ 100.
Okay.
I think bought a couple of nice sweeps that Dash.
All right.
DASH. That and MDB, I think, right? Well, a couple other names, but those were the two notable. Added to the NASDAQ. Is that the NASDAQ 100? I think the NASDAQ 100. But anyway, Dash looking good this morning off that news. New highs here. Dash is not profitable, are they? No, they're not profitable. Toward Dash.
Let's take
laggy today. I got shit weather over here. That's probably my problem. Hertz, you got a little more squeeze action. We played that Hertz last week. Some people still holding on to it just because it hasn't squeezed yet. HTZ.
If you take a look at SPY, SPY is basically retesting the highs from Friday, more or less, somewhere around here, 460 and change. By the way, these were the highs also from August, out to August here before we really started selling. Just keep that in mind there. Keep that in mind.
The bond auction today as well.
Oh, yeah?
11 o'clock.
A little Bondi action.
Oh, yeah. You got to be on your toes all week this week. Oh, that was the other one, Lucci, that caught some action and some news. P-A-R-A.
That's the Paramount and the
Yeah.
Disney. That's the kids' world with the
Kids World.
So that was on Friday. So what was
Yeah.
that news there on Friday?
Snow, a little more action, Ranchero. That is, weeklies again in snow.
This week?
Snow, yeah. Snow
Okay.
busting out a bit.
Yep.
Snow caught a real nice sweep last week with some time. I think they were Aprils, if I remember correctly.
They're coming after those 200s right now for this
The
week.
weeklies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You guys see Netflix?
No. What's it doing?
Up 10.
Woof.
Yeah. The flicks.
Up 10. Up 10. And remember, we just talked about this. When they have these down moves in this type of market, they shoot up in fucking 2-3 days. In reality, take a long swing on this fucking Netflix and go for the 480s here. Buy yourself some time and go for the 480s here. That's the type of character that we're seeing in this fucking market, man. I hate to say it. I hate to admit it. But that's what it is.
I mean, I caught this Broadcom, so I'm not paying attention to Netflix because this Broadcom is just
doing the same thing.
It's just out of its head.
It's doing the same fucking thing.
Penn, some squeeze activity in Penn, the casino, weekly 25 and a half, cheap for a quarter.
That SMCI is kind of leaning here. It's not looking too bullish. Semis here not looking too bullish. However, the Micron is getting bid.
The semis, I thought were looking bullish. Oh, you got some of them that are down?
Right, just individual names. I mean, they could be just sandbagging on the NVIDIA.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Look at the SMH. That looks good to me.
Right. So NVIDIA takes a pause. That's okay.
And they're rotating into some of the others, maybe.
Yeah, right now they're definitely chasing this Broadcom.
Broadcom. My LRCX looks angry. That's another piece.
They got a downgrade today.
LRCX?
Yeah, it was either today or Friday. They caught a downgrade.
Guys, they're funny.
All right, you got small pullback here on SPY. Let's see what we do at 460. Remember, so far, the signs point to continued highs, continued shaking out, making things look a little bit difficult, and then just coming right back and playing the fucking game.
You got a cheap squeeze bet in Zoomies weeklies.
Zoomies.
I gotta shut this down and restart it. This is really slow on me. Hold on. Fucking A. We got hit with a little mini hurricane overnight here.
Yeah, man. I hear there's a lot of rain out there and shit going on over there. Pins here just kind of fading it all back for the most part. AAL is saying APCO has $7 billion stock repo authorization that expires at year end. They just closed VMware acquisition and are resuming buybacks. I mean, that all sounds pretty fucking bullish to me. It's the most bullish time of the year. Let's take a look back at that snap. We'll just do a little walk around the club here. Snap and pins just kind of fading here off the open, but again, holding. SPY here. If you look at that move back down, we're going right back up. I could see us trade back out to 461, 462. I don't think this slows down at all. I don't think you have enough sellers here to do anything. There's plenty of rotations out here that look really strong. Uber, is another one. You got Lulu. I mean, shit. You even got fucking Macy's. Which is to somebody talking about buying Macy's, man. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And Swamp here is talking about that MU. You might get some follow through here. I'd be careful though, because the options aren't going to look that great.
Yeah, you got to chase that gap. MU court action on Friday was the day to look at it if you were interested. I mean, now chasing a gap, you're getting a little too creative. What is this Arcos? Seeing a little photo. This is a little piece of shit. Let's see what this is. Arcos Dorados. The fuck is that? And it's at new highs, this stuff. Arcos Dorados. Probably an Argentina name.
The US 10-year yield 4.262%, up 3.5 basis points from Friday's close. The dollar index higher by about 0.1%.
Shortly expecting the Bank of England gilt sale results for the week.
Lyft seeing a little more action. LYFT Jan 15s.
More of the same shit. Check out that AMD though. 130 here, 130s here on the AMD, 131 almost on the AMD. That's looking really, 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 really bullish. Really bullish. I mean, that dip by at 116 was money. Money. I mean, you didn't have that much time to catch it either. Let's take a look back at these oils. Oil here not doing much. SPY here at fresh highs. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it, Coop? Why wouldn't it, Coop? Qs here are up a point. Let me take a look at the GEX tool on the Qs here. It's looking fine.
Not updating. What the fuck?
This all looks fine. There's no sellers here. Now the question is you got to be in the right names and you got to time it right. So the swings here are much easier, much easier.
With the APS gilt sale operation coverage here at 2.09.
Win and Las Vegas Sands are actually up a little bit. You might find a relief here on those names. Other than that, I don't really have much here. It's only 20 minutes into the open, though. I think he's talking about the Lennar. Remember the home builders here. Guys, check out these home builders here. Again, pushing highs.
Lennar reports this week.
Yep. Again, pushing highs. I think there's some more inflation readings this week, correct?
Yes, CPI.
CPI. I mean, AMD over 131. Yep, 131 AMD, 131 AMD. I would imagine this thing goes to 132. Unbelievable.
Broadcom up $47.
Amazing.
Are you still long that thing?
Yeah, I'm still long it.
And you got a little time, right? You have time on
Yeah,
that.
I have January
Yeah.
990s from $12.06. They're
Where are they now?
$33.85 right now.
Number 385. What do you say?
Let me see. Now they're 35.45.
30. Jesus, that's nice.
Yeah.
Tesla, little mixed in Tesla.
I think we go to 461 SPY, but slowly and really, really poorly. It's not going to be an easy kind of situation. 132 on AMD. 132 on AMD. Remember, those options are thick. Those options are thick. You can move some cash in the AMD options here. These 132s, 130s have traded 13,000 shares just thus far. Why is my screen not showing? You guys
Snow
can
kind
see
of fizzled out. So watch on this little pullback if they come back for these
130s. 130s now have 14,000 traded on these things. Disgusting here. And look at the percentage here. I mean, these things are up. Wow. Wow. NVIDIA holding, SMCI holding. Support this Disney again. And that Para. Let's take a look at the Comcast. I mean, you got the dip here on that AMD here. If you want to try to scalp, maybe you can get a little bit further on this one. But take a look at this. Take a look at this AMD here for a possible dip buy.
This new Canix, what a freaking crazy run there too. A lot of big moves out there in these tech names.
Yeah.
And a little more pen cheapies, probably some shorts hedging over there. These are weeklies again. Pen. Now you got a little Momo, a little volume there. So 7,100 December 25 and a halves in pen.
It seems like you're short. Are you caught short? No. All right. That dip on AMD worked out pretty nicely. Anybody who caught that one? John Smith is saying 133 next. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Q names here are stronger than SPY here.
You got a little GameStop put action weeklies.
Where's that GameStop at now? $15. So still kind of choppy. Just get a 2-3 point range on that GameStop, man. Pretty wild. All right. I got nothing. All right, getting small pullback here on SPY. NASDAQ top losers, Meta, UNH, Google, Microsoft, and blah, blah, blah. Meta, remember, Meta's been on a tear here. Nice flop SPY here.
Yeah, a little SPY protection.
Oh, wow. Somebody's actually buying some puts, huh?
What are these? December 11th? When is that? Is that today?
That's today. December 11th here. Jesus just flagged an order here for SPY puts here, 462s. Notice those are in the money. So this guy wants to be put to stock here at 462, apparently. I don't know what number that is to him, but Nicholas is saying I'm going to cover my GME short. What was your short position?
Broadcom up $50.
Broadcom the beast. Any of the other big ones following suit there? What are the other big ones that are there? LRCX, what
Didn't LRCX catch I think I said that. They caught a downgrade, right?
Yeah. There's another big one that usually moves with Avgo. Which one is it? Yeah, the semis are a little strange action overall in the semis today. SMH looks strong, so I don't know what the hell weighting is in that. Soxel, speaking of the semis, you got some more bullish activity in Soxel. Weekly 27s. Yeah, look at the socks too. Looks strong. TER, that's a laggard semi. Looks strong today. Texas Instruments caught a little bit of flow recently. That's having a strong morning. That's TXN.
Texas Instruments. What's going on with that Dell?
That had it cooled off a little recently. How about IBM? IBM is the new talk of the town, not Dell.
Let's take a look at IBM. Nice SPY fade here. Most of the move up there. IBM. Yeah, man. Fucking
Crazy,
strong,
huh?
man. Jeez, man.
IBM, eh?
SOXL is the ETF, right?
That's I think that's levered 3 times the socks. So 3-time levered the socks.
Right. That shit looks fucking bullish right here. IBM just paid the divvy too.
Hood. These are 2026 leaps in the hood.
All right, SPY right back, doing what it does.
Doing what it does best.
Doing what it does best.
Yeah, PLTR, a little continuation. We'll have some decent buying on Friday.
Hey, Kelman, what do you think of that Nordstrom? You used to play that a lot. Are you doing anything with that?
There goes your SPY. Fresh eyes. I'd go long. They just shook people. They just shook people out right there. Anybody who's long here, they just shook them out. So I like that SPY long here. Yep, 460.41 here. 37. That AMD, let's check back in with that AMD. Probably trading Yeah. Netflix up 11.
Yeah, internals aren't really that bullish. I mean, you got the VIX
What do you
higher,
got?
dollar a bit higher. That credit looks okay. It doesn't look bearish, but not really too
Oh,
bullish.
yeah.
Well, you got mostly underbelly names too working.
Barbershop is saying nice bear flag forming on Meta 5 minute. I mean, bro, anytime you say bear flag, be careful.
Bear flag's a buy signal.
Be careful, bro. I think it's a planned attack, and they go right back up.
Deal value $271 million. Apache APA partnering with the Borderlands Research Institute for well pad restoration research in the Permian Basin, Alpha Papa Alpha.
All right. All right. Boeing here, just kind of chilling. Not much else going on here, guys. AMD, you got some 140 calls here they just bought here for next week, it looks like. Just
like
continuing to swing that. Continuing to swing that, you know. That's been the move. Here's something about ZS. That's an underbelly tech name here that can't not fit. Again, it's the most bullish time of the year. SOXL, more buying. 27s here, it looks like. Or was that the same?
That's the same one.
That was the same one. Okay.
Avgo weekly 1035s.
Wow, they're buying 1035s on that, huh?
Weekly, yeah.
Oh, guys, this is almost at $1,000. Remember, Avgo's a illiquid name, man. Shit'll shoot right through. You know.
I might roll up to that.
Might as well.
Might as well. Jimmy Zamora. Can we allow? Yo no sé si podemos hacer eso, pero vamos a chequear.
We got fat drug news. LLY Lilly negative news.
Oh no, really?
Oh, so there's your
They
news.
They were just about to
Negative news on the
half of
weight
weight
loss.
regained after a year, Lucci.
Yo, so I got the story for the day here, guys. Everybody pay attention. Where's the? Did you drop it in there? Lily is saying half of weight lost on Zolpound regained after a year. All right, so check this shit out. I go to kind of like a birthday party in here in Puerto Rico. Now, the whole family, well, I don't want to say the whole family, but a good 4 or 5 people in the family was on Ozempic or the Mounjaro.
Yeah.
And they lost a shit ton of weight. But this was like months ago, 2-3 months ago. And they gained it all back.
All back?
They gained it all back.
That's too bad.
So when you come off of it, you gain it all back, basically?
Well, I mean, if you I guess you're I don't know. I don't know the medical shit of it. I don't know what happens to your stomach, but it shrinks and you don't have the desire to eat anything more or less because it's just going to make you throw up anyway. You come off of it and
you eat twice as much.
holidays hit and now you're a fucking fat ass again.
That's comedy, huh? There are no shortcuts in life, my friends. No shortcuts. Wow. So now what happens to these things, huh? They see some real selling, you think? Kill some of the hype? Where's the other one? NVO, right?
Yeah, NVO is the Novartis one. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's just a Lilly drug thing. But you're saying that crew took Ozempic, right? We might have some inside information.
Well,
on that.
they both Mounjaro and the Ozempic. Mounjaro is Eli Lilly and Ozempic is Novartis. By the way, they made a song out of it. They made a song. They remixed a song in 2022 for Ozempic. I'm gonna drop it in here.
What a world.
Anyways, AMD 132 and a half, 132 and a half. AMD rollers.
Micron highs of the morning up $3.
Chris here is talking about Nvidia looking to take out lows. I would buy it. I would buy Nvidia down there. I'd literally buy fucking Nvidia down there. Because that shit ain't going down. And even if it is, it's a push down scenario here. Avgo is through $1,000.
Oh, it's over 1,000 now?
It is through $1,000. Avgo is officially through $1,000. Let's take a look at the GEX. If you take a look at the GEX tool here, you can see that we are pushing on the high side of the Qs here, 394. We're at that call wall here. Let's see if we move up. Remember, Qs is pretty much moving the action here. If you take a look at SPX, it's still got a ways to go. Call wall here is kind of moving up. But remember, SPY and Qs have been trading very differently lately here. SPY, you got a call wall here at 461. Let's see if we get up there. But remember, Qs are at the wall. Usually these are good spots to fade, depending on how bullish here you got here. Momo scanner on the radar here. You got Oracle calls here. Remember, that's another tool that you get with the Steamroom here. And basically, it just flags momentum here. If you notice, Oracle here just got hit with 2 sweep orders here. We take a look at these. Oracle here for next week and the week after. Stocks trading around 114. Let's take a look at Oracle here.
You got earnings, Oracle, I think you have earnings tonight. If I'm
and remember, Oracle's another one of those situations, right, where you look at it, it faded off, and boom, we come right back kind of situation here. That pattern has been working because you know what usually happens in most markets is you fade this off and we keep going here. But guess what? It's the most bullish time of the year. Earnings here too, you got, right? So this also includes earnings here. The bids that got hit, the orders that got hit on the Momo scanner here, those are orders that include earnings.
You got a little more action in pen. Again, cheap spec action, but you got some momentum there. PENN.
All right, let's take a look back at this AMD. 132.70. Who's in this AMD? Who is in this AMD? Who is in the AM Dizzle?
So Lisa Sue gassing people up over the weekend in that AMD.
Warrior saying in AMD all accounts. Attaboy. Hit all the motherfucking
the
accounts.
Semi, you got unusual sweeper activity. SIMO. Sam Igloo, Mary Oscar, Jens.
AMD 132.80 and continuing. Avgo here pulled off on that 1,000, but that's to be expected here. If we take a walk around the club, you see banks are just kind of dead. Most of the action here going to this AMD, Netflix, a couple of the names here and there.
Fungal.
Nano is saying, did you bomb the Uber? No, somebody bombed my account, though. And his name is Lucci.
What's his name?
Lucci.
Oh. Lucci. Tesla still quiet, huh? Jesus Christ. This thing for 3 weeks has been straight like a pin.
Wait, which one? Tesla?
Tesla.
Nano. I've been short, man, every step of the way here, bro. I blew out, bro. So it's time to rebuild here. Hence why you're watching me moving shit around. You guys watch me.
They might have flipped those Soxels, by the way.
Soxel.
Nice job on the Nano.
Those were weeklies.
Nice job on the AMD, guys. I think 133 here is the right, it's the right place to pull something off and then do what Ranchero does and roll it. And roll it.
Starbucks, cheap action
Bruce, here we still have to deal with Center Point. I'm still very close to those guys. My fate has nothing to do with yours. AMD through 133. I do think you should take some off and then roll, but again, it's a monster.
I think a roll is a good idea because this is the spot where you can start to see a chase. Exactly.
By the way, the Q call wall here has worked out so far here. We bounced off that 394. You know, SPX and SPY are obviously trading a lot different because they are influenced by a lot of other names. But the Qs here is where most of the action is, as you can see on the AMD.
Wells Fargo got hit with negative news again. What happened to Wells Fargo? Look at this shit.
Oh, wow.
An official notice. What's wrong with this bank? I mean, this is going on for ages now, though.
They suck.
How many different CEOs?
Stock's been trading pretty fucking well, though, man. Received an official notice on problems with its use of mortgage rate discounts. But the fact that they're still alive, well, and kicking, and there's still so much money to go around, man, it's the most bullish time.
Hey, I mean, I would like to see the banks pull back and then into next year maybe buy a couple longer term. I know it sounds stupidity, but...
All right. We got another thing on the Momo scanner here. We got a Starbucks here on the Momo scanner. If you take a look at Starbucks here, Starbucks got a pretty decent looking chart here. Let's pull this over here on Starbucks here. Take a look at Starbucks here at the almost a high a day. This stock's been beaten for the last month, actually, and finally start to playing catch up here. What are they buying? They're buying the next week. Or actually, they're buying this week 102s here, small size. So these are all lotto tickets here going for the rolls here. So this is going to be a tight one if you're going to take it here. This is an active signal though in the Momo scanner. And again, for anybody who doesn't know what the Momo scanner is, this is a tool that just flags momentum here for you. So as you can see here, this popped up as an active signal. We got on the radar here, all these down here. You'll get a reference price, basically where the signal got issued, and it looks like 98.69. So what you want to do is come over here, take a look at this chart. And you want to take a look at the action, right? Take a look at the tape, right? See what the reference price is. It's basically right up here at the highs. See what the market is doing and see if you feel like this thing could get some follow through. Now, shorts are pretty much trapped in this thing. And then you want to take a look at the options.
More lottos coming in. Starbucks paid up.
You got more lottos coming in on the Starbucks, right? So let's take a look at these lottos here. 99s and the 100s. You pretty much have the similar volume here on 98, 99, and 100. You take a flyer here on this. These options are pretty thick, meaning they don't have that wide of a spread. You got the momentum there. Take a shot here. You can keep your wrist pretty tight. So that's how you want to use the Momo scanner here. And again, that tool is available to you on inside.
More semi action coming in. AMD, more Taiwan semi getting a little more play.
Yeah,
they're buying 2 weeks out 142s, guys. They're buying 2 weeks out 142s on.
I think that's reasonable. That's reasonable.
This shit just hit 134, man. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the most bullish time.
I took some profits on Broadcom.
Very nice, Rancho.
It was very, very nice. I am looking at those 1035s on just to take some of this profit and whip it down the hallway. I like that they bought those. There's also a bunch of volume on, well, they're kind of spread out. The 1000, the 1020s, the 1050s. Somebody's chunking it up.
$134. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a monster. AMD here.
It's made this like crazy move a couple times already, right? Did it back in May, did it recently here a couple times. When it gets hot, it can put them up and put them down quickly.
Silvers is asking me, how do I get rid of 700? Wait a minute, Silvers, do you have 700 contracts? I don't know what you have. Tell me what you have. He's asking me how I get rid of 700 call on Broadcom. Spread $15 wide, June 225. I don't know what you have. Talk to me as if I were a golden retriever, my friend.
He's in the monies, bro. He bought that shit at $50. It's trading $300 now, bro. So he's been swinging that thing. He's on a he's on a 5-6xer over there, bro.
You have a single 700 call leap.
Right.
So you got to look to, if you want, look to roll it and split the bid ask spread. I know you don't like a $15 spread. Who the fuck does? But it's a first world problem, bro. Like you're gonna have to. You know what I mean? You're gonna.
This guy cries with 2 loaves of bread on each arm, huh?
Go with the mark minus 50 cents, and then look to roll to something.
Lily dumping again, Luch?
What's that?
Would you say Lily dumping again? Another leg down?
Oh, that wasn't me that said it. Somebody was saying Kelly BET.
Oh, I thought that was your symbol over there.
Nano is saying Q's starting to feel exhausted. Yeah, man. Yeah, you can see. I mean, we hit that call wall, so.
Yeah, the whole market, the indexes are going to be tough for any stretch move, and you got a couple landmines, you got to bob and weave. But you can see names, there's some Momo there to scalp and trade.
Selling all the high winners.
But beyond scalp and trade, AMD is redunculous.
Yeah, those high betas. Take a look at NVIDIA here. Guys, take a look at NVIDIA. Nice program lower on the NVIDIA. And again, they've been doing this, man. Rinse, repeat here. They've been doing this.
It's amazing how they do this and not affect the index.
And not affect the indexes. Yep.
Masterful.
And not affect the fucking indexes. It's genius, bro.
Man, you look at this heat map this morning.
Why is everything so laggy?
For Delta DAL, the CEO and CNBC just
And
said
things can look completely different tomorrow. The complete opposite of what we're seeing today. The names that are going down are going up. The names that are going up are going down.
100%. Manage your trades.
You got Microsoft, Apple, Google, Meta, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, and Lilly all seeing some decent selling, and the indexes are actually green. Yep. If you're a bear or short, you want to rip your fucking head off right now, right?
You know what? They, somebody just called out that Shopify. Shopify is due, man. Warriors calling out that Shopify. Shopify's fucking due. Shopify is due.
So you had a little breather, right? Took a little caught its breath. Yeah. Shopify caught its breath right at the niner where it needed to and recharged its batteries.
All right, you got a decent move here on S&P here. I still think we hit 461 some way.
Starbucks,
somehow.
decent scalp. Well, the equity off the Momo sweeps there.
Oh, nice. So that worked out. 99.
Well, equity. I don't know. The lottos, did they move? I don't really. You guys.
Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, they did move a little bit. A little bit. Again, it's slow. That one's slow.
Oops, I just X'd out something. I don't know what I X'd out. And the banks are a little soft, right? Well, no, XLF is at the highs. What the fuck is going on here? Hold on a second. Bank of America at the lows. JP Morgan. That's down a little bit. Wells Fargo. Citi down. How the fuck is XLF up? All the major banks are down. Again, the underbelly of the financials probably doing well. It's all about the underbelly. Google, some protection in the money again. Oh, that's a block. Forget that. Tesla. Abbott. Weekly 108s. ABT.
Oh, you know what I took my eye off of, Jay, that I had last week on my radar was that HPQ. Look at that. That's getting a little love this morning.
Oh, the Hewlett Packard. Yeah.
Yeah.
HPQ. How's that look? Oh, that does look good.
Missed on that one. I'm okay with that though. I don't.
Yeah,
mind.
you'll take the half go over that any day.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
That thing. Things look like they're slowing up a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
what's the? I think you got a bond auction at 11.
Well, you got a bond auction.
That could give it a kick in the ass in either direction.
Hey, that name I mentioned this morning, Cassava Sciences, that's starting to get a little wiggle here.
What's the symbol?
SAVA.
Oh, that's a crazy biotech, Sava,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, take a look at the.
That's an insane biotech. I wonder, do they have any? You got to find any FDA approval due because that thing can gap up or down 50 points.
Right.
But that can move that stock. Moving now, right? Yep.
Yeah. Lucci, what do you got? What were you going to talk?
No, I was talking about the Visa MasterCard here. Somebody called that out here in the chat room, but that was about it. I mean, again, as Jesus said, things are getting slowing up here a little bit. I mean, again, they're selling the fat man here, so you're going to get pressure there. So chances are here, this is kind of slim pickings here. Q Caldwell here called it again. We've been having a lot of luck here trading off that Q Caldwell here from the Gex tool here. If you guys can take a look at it. By the way, we're about 7 minutes in. You guys can join us in the actual Steam room here. Let me go ahead and close this window out. Steam room here, and you get access to all these tools here, the Momo scanner, all the flow, as well as the Gex tool, and some pretty badass traders who've been doing really well, unlike myself, who
you've been nailing the long side every day. It's not the long side that's been your problem, no?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest with yourself. That's the first step, right? In life, you got to be honest with yourself. What has hindered? What's your problem of late?
It's all
hasn't
fucking
been
short.
the long side. You nail every move. You called out AMD this morning. Was the best trade on the board.
All fucking shorts.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen? Lucci's going to get through this period of like this, morning, a little, belly aching, and then we're going to turn around. He's going to be up $2 million.
Yeah, you're going to get one of those scores
here.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about him.
No, but I mean, from over the years I've seen him on the long side, he's as good as anybody I've seen. He's got that draw to the short side, and not to say he's a bad short side trader. He just like anybody else going through that follow through on the downside
holds it. You only have a day. Your options are fucked.
Yeah,
right. And that one day where everybody's trapped, your options are down 50%, 60% already.
Yep.
You got no choice. So
tough, in a rig game. Tough.
Arm here. I mean,
if they were dipping arm, I like that arm.
Pull back anyway.
He had the perfect spot on that arm too. But this is a nice dip if we do see some sweeper activity come in there on that arm.
I would imagine, guys, if you start seeing the AMD really slow down and not push highs here, that's time to throw in the towel here on the long here. And remember, 460,
Tesla, little put action. Not really a lot of put action out there that I'm seeing.
I mean, you might get some fades, but
that's the
I
problem.
don't think it's going to last.
Where can they go on the downside, even if we get some help?
Well, the range on Tesla's it keeps tightening up now. It hasn't been, right? Of recent, it hasn't been fantastic.
No, I mean, 3 weeks, like you said, in the past 3 weeks, getting tighter and tighter, it seems.
Listen, I want every stock to act like Broadcom now.
Yeah. Well, see, that was the perfect spot too, though. And the key with Broadcom for you was you had earnings in the way, but you were willing to roll the dice into them, right?
Well, I was willing to take it with some time to get away from the IV crush.
Exactly. But that was picture perfect spot. That Avgo you landed right there.
All right.
Niner. I tell you, that stock off Niners too is money, Avgo. Like most of the leaders, look at that. Bing, bing. Whether you made money or lost money, it was worth the shot. It's one of those. Right? Yeah.
I agree. Well, they pulled it back 100 points in front of the number, and now all they've done is just brought it back to where it was before, right?
Earnings, it didn't have a move, right?
No, it was down, just like Lulu. They were both down.
And in reverse.
And then they just came running in.
Jesus.
I wish I could take credit for I saw that coming. It's just better to be a part of it and say, fine. You know what? You want to call it lucky? That's fine, but I was willing to take the risk, so all good.
Well,
this freaking Lulu
still goes in your pocket, no matter what you call it.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to take a pause. I'm going to grab some breakfast, feed these dogs. And
you guys earlier, or were you kidding?
Say it again.
Your dog puked?
I don't know what got into. He's not the puker. The older dog is the puker. He's not the puker. So I don't know what happened to him.
That he scarfed down his food?
No, he hasn't had breakfast yet. He just kind of puked up some. I don't know if he drank water too fast. It was just there was nothing in it.
Poor buddy.
All right. On that note of dogs puking here, we're gonna move over to the steam room here.
That's why Lucci doesn't have a dog, right? God forbid the dog pukes on Lucci's carpet or something.
God forbid, right?
I would punt that thing down the street.
Be nice.
All
right. I'll see you guys in a minute.
All right. We got 2 minutes left here before we move into the steam room. Again, this is a great place for options data here, using that flow as well as gamma tools here.
Look at this guy, Luch. Oh, he might be rolling though. Jan 165.
165s on AMD. I love this guy.
Jan 165. There's a couple of orders there. Look at that. Jesus Christ.
Look at it this way, man. Yo, it's not even that crazy. You want to know why? Because of how trapped those shorts were at those lows, man.
Yeah, he's got some time there. It's not like he's playing either.
Every step of the way.
Well, it's not a bad line to roll if you made some money in it, right? That's for sure. Try to catch it like that. Coin, you got a little put action, some light put action in coin. You got a little weakness there off Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing? I heard you talking about Bitcoin when I straggled in here this morning. What was it, a large seller? Was the catalyst behind all this? Basically in the Bitcoin? There was no news, right? Just somebody who got out was the dollar highs. Bitcoin. Well, you got to breather off that upside niner in Bitcoin.
Saying that he's starting to see signs of fragmentation in the global economy with meaningful shifts in underlying bilateral trade. Says the global losses could be 2.5 to 7% of global GDP if economy fragments into two blocks over the Ukraine war.
They want more money. They want more money.